Hey guys, we are going to be doing a yoga class for your flexibility. If you feel flexible or you don't feel flexible or you just want to work on flexibility, this is the class for you. Okay, so before we begin, David, do you have anything that you'd like to share in your body that you're looking for some help with?
Hamstrings. Hamstrings are a little tight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, hamstrings are the one.
Okay, they're the one?
The one.
So do you know where your hamstrings are located?
That's these buggers back here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so because this morning you asked me to help you to stretch your hamstrings and you were stretching your quads. So
Well,
that was kind of weird.
I appreciate you bringing that up.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I didn't know what it was.
I'm just making a point. Okay, so the hamstrings are at the back of the leg here, and they run from the bottom of your glutes down into the knee, the back of the knee. So sometimes if you have pain or tightness in the back of the knee, that's most likely going to be your hamstring too. So let's go through a little routine together on how we can open up the backs of the legs. Take the arms up, breathe in all the way towards the sky. And David and I have our blocks here, so we're going to use them if we need them to extend our hands. Bow the body forward and down, drop your head, bend your knees, and let's step back into a downward dog. So if you're using blocks for your hands, you can bring them onto your mat here and step both feet back into a downward facing dog. Blocks can be used flat or they can be used medium height. And we're just going to drop the head. So you're going to pedal out your heels one at a time. Just push down one heel and then the other. And as you're pressing down the heels, the opposite knee is bending deeply. So we just pedal out those heels. The head is heavy and we're breathing. Good. So you want the feet to be about hip width distance apart. Good. How are you feeling so far?
Okay.
He feels okay. Let's push the heels down now together at the same time and use the hands to push the ground away. Okay, so we're pushing, pushing, pushing. So I'm the more flexible one here and I'm the one using blocks. Isn't that funny? I think that's funny. I'm not picking on you or anything.
Presuming you're the more flexible.
Take a deep breath in. Lift your right leg up behind you. Good job. And then step the right foot forward between your hands.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, if you're using blocks, feel free to shift them, make them taller, make them shorter. You're going to take your hips, lift them up on the inhale, and exhale, lower them down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Keep going. Inhale up. How are we feeling?
Okay.
And exhale down. Good. So we're going to lift the hips up a little bit higher, and we're going to take the back foot a footprint closer towards the front foot. And then you're going to straighten the front leg as much as you can. This is where tall blocks are going to be your best friend, your BFF. Okay? So, David, you can step your back foot closer to your front foot. There you go. Perfect. And then wag your tail from side to side. So we're just going to sway the hips one way and then the other. Is this the tighter hamstring side?
Yeah. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Okay. So we're breathing deeply into what we feel, trying to relax the muscles. And I always like to do little movements in our yoga classes to help the body relax. So hold it still. And now push down as hard as you can into the front foot and pull your right hip back slightly. So you're actually squaring the hips. Pull the right hip back and slightly pull the left hip forward. Woohoo! Good. Take a deep breath in. Now, if your front leg is straight, which I'm not going to mention any names, but
It's not going straight.
David, I mentioned his name, is not. If your front leg is straight and you're feeling pretty open here, you can bow your body forward and down a little bit more.
Oh, my
So
bad.
if your front leg is straight,
Oh, okay.
okay, then you can bow your body down a little bit more.
I thought it was a flexible roll.
What do you mean?
So that I could just interpret it as I wanted.
No, it's not a flexible rule.
Okay.
You got to do what I say.
Okay.
All right, so we're bowing here. If we're feeling more,
Oh, sorry.
if we're feeling more flexible, meaning if your front knee is bent. Now, bend your front knee, or we can call this do the David. lower your blocks down. And then you're going to push into your hands and kick your right leg up behind you. Yay! Lower it to a downward dog and step back with both feet. So we're in hip width distance with the feet, and the hips are up high in downward dog. Yes! Drop your head and then sway your hips from side to side. So, are we feeling anything different now?
Yeah, it feels a little looser.
Good. Take your left leg up behind you. Breathe in, and let's step the left foot forward between the hands. That was a really beautiful step, David.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so lift the hips up and exhale, lower them down. Inhale up and exhale down. What's the matter?
No, the hamstring's tight.
Yeah.
On this side too.
Kind of like you and your homies. Tight. Okay, so you're gonna lift your hips high, and then you're gonna step the back foot closer, about a footprint, maybe a little bit more. You can go closer with the back foot. Good. Okay. And then make your blocks tall if you wish. And now sway your hips from side to side. Just do a little movement. Side to side, and check on your breath. Make sure you're breathing. So your front knee is definitely bending a little bit less than the other one. So that's good. No. We want it to straight. I was complimenting you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So sway your hips. Let's hold it still, and let's pull the right hip forward a little bit, and the left hip back a little bit. Push into the front foot more, and then pull your body over that front leg if you're feeling flexible enough, AKA your front knee is not bent. Good. Lift to a flat back, bend the front knee deeply, lower your blocks down, and then you're going to kick your left leg up behind you. Whee! And then lower to a downward dog. So we're going to step back with the feet. We're going to drop the head again and breathe deeply. And tell me, do you feel a difference now?
Yes, I do.
Good. Well, that is great news. We're going to lower the knees down to the ground. Good. So let's sit. You can move the blocks to the sides and sit down to one side. Bring the legs out in front. So David and I have a yoga strap here. If you have a yoga strap, that would be awesome. I should have said it at the beginning, but if you don't have a yoga strap at home, so we're going to open it up like this. If you don't have one, you can use a men's tie. Hopefully that'll be long enough. I don't know if do men's ties go this long?
No.
So you might have to have two men's ties tied together, okay? So you're going to take the strap, lock it up. So if you're using men's ties together, you're going to tie them into knots so that you can have it locked.
How do you lock it up?
So you put it through both rings and then back through the center of the rings. Now, because we do have some tightness, you want to make it all the way, you want to make the circle big, all the way big. I don't know if that made any sense. So this little tail is short. The pulling tail is short, yeah. Now, because we have some tight hamstrings going on here, again, I'm not mentioning any names, okay? We're gonna take either a blanket to sit on, or we're gonna take our yoga mat behind us, and we're just gonna kind of fold it up a little bit, and we're gonna sit on the front edge of that fold. If you're feeling very tight in your hamstrings, you're gonna make it bigger, okay? So you can make it as big of a fold as you want, and that's going to help your pelvis tilt forward in the stretch. And then, I can't wait to do this with you because I think you're going to just love it.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to take the strap. You want to have the locking part at the front. and then bring the rest of the strap over the shoulders and under the armpits. So I have it tucked right under the armpits as if, if somebody came over to me to lift me up, this is how high under the armpits I want it to be, okay? So then you're going to take the strap at the other end and bring it around your right foot, but keep the locked part handy. You want to be able to reach it, okay? And then from here, your back is going to do the work. It's going to lift the leg up. You're just going to kind of lean back a little bit. The leg comes up. If you're feeling like you need more of a stretch, you're going to take the strap and lock it, make it tighter. So for me, I'm just going to tighten it up a bit. I want the strap to hold my leg so I don't have to lift it. I don't want to have to stress out about it being lifted. And my hands can just come alongside on the floor. Got it? How do you feel?
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. So we can cheat in our forward bends when we're seated because the back can round, right? So we want to make sure that we're not doing that. So try to press the chest forward, and that's going to add to the stretch. Yeah, if you bite your lip, it does help. Good. So do you feel a stretch?
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's there. Right there.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, I know you're going to be okay. I was kidding. So you can tighten it up to help lift the leg, or you can just work on reaching your heart forward and grow the spine. Try to sit on the front edge of your rolled up blanket or mat.
Oh, okay.
Feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're just going to, again, breathe deeply. Try to relax everything else. Can you breathe like that?
No.
Why not?
Do I have to make the noise?
I think you should. I think it's very good for you.
Really?
No pressure.
Okay. No, not happening then.
Okay. So let the top of the foot pull back a little bit. Woo! I know you love it. You can just tell by your facial gestures. Okay, so now we're going to hold the strap. Sometimes I like to pretend I'm steering a steering wheel, and you're going to steer the leg to the left. Yeah. And your strap is going to slide a little bit on your back so that your body stays facing straight forward and just the leg is moving to your left. See what I mean? Jelly bean?
Like that?
Yeah, how's that feel?
Good.
Yeah? Any issues? Are you breathing? Sit on the front edge of the mat there.
Okay.
Good. And then maybe you can tighten it and lift it up a little bit higher, only if it feels okay to do so. You definitely don't want to overdo it. And then work on your chest pressing forward, shoulders up and back, and the jaw is relaxing.
Well, we know that's not happening.
David's very British. He's very British. He doesn't like to do things like that. Okay. So now we're going to steer the leg back to center. Very good. And then loosen it up a little bit. Loosen it up. Lower it out and switch to the opposite leg. We're going to lift it up. And same thing, you're going to tighten it up. Woo! So when we're stretching the legs, make sure you have a little bend in the knee. I just looked at you when I said that your knee was really bent, so it just made me laugh.
Oh, it's not going straight.
It is straighter than the other one, though.
Okay. There you go. I can go there.
Well, that's okay, as long as you don't round the back. So heart forward and rock to the front of your pelvis. Okay. So you're on the front edge of the mat. The bulky part that he's sitting on. And then as you hold it a little bit more and more over the time that you're holding it, it will start to ease up a little bit. So keep breathing into that. And then maybe you can tighten it a little tiny bit more. But again, don't push it, don't overdo it, don't go past that place that feels okay. Shoulders are relaxed, heart is forward. So try to push your chest forward more. Yeah, like the strap is actually pushing your chest forward. Yeah, feel it? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna take the strap now, we're gonna steer the leg to the right. Ooh, and breathe. Lots of breathing. Drop the shoulders. Yep, you can relax your hands. Try to get your right toes to point straight up. And then let the top of your left foot pull back. You're gonna add to the calf muscle stretch there. Drop the shoulders, grow the spine, and then take some really nice deep breaths. In yoga, we say cleansing breaths. I'm not sure what we're cleansing. What do you think we're cleansing when we take cleansing breaths?
Not a clue. Cleansing breaths.
I don't know. That's what people say. Okay, let's steer back to center. So the leg is up in front. And maybe you can feel the difference now with the leg in front after you did that side stretch. Do you feel anything?
Yeah.
A little bit looser?
Yeah.
Good. Good. So now we're going to bend a little bit in the leg. And we're going to lower the foot and bring both legs out in front. Take your strap to the side. Good. And so now we're going to sit right here on the edge of our blanket or our folded up mat. Grab the pelvis with your hands and tilt it forward with your hands, right? So the ASIS bones here at the front, you want them to go forward and down so you're almost sticking your butt out behind you. And then you're going to walk your hands alongside you. You're flexing the feet, make sure they're hip width distance. You can also take your blocks and have the floor meet your hands. So I'm going to walk my blocks forward more because I want to grab the front of the blocks and I want to pull them back towards me without them moving. So they're actually glued to the floor, and I want to pretend I'm pulling them back towards me and working on my chest, pressing forward. Good. And then flex your feet. Good. Take a deep breath in and let's rock a little here side to side. One hip is going to lift and then the other. Good. You know what's fun to do when you're doing yoga, David?
What?
Smile. Don't you think?
It's true.
Yeah.
I can smile. It's just, I'm a little achy.
Mm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I should smile more.
You smile enough. I'm just saying it's fun to do. Enough. So grab the front of the blocks again, hold it still, pull back, drop the shoulders, heart forward, flex your feet. Good. Keep breathing. Nice long spine. Good. Let's sit the body tall. We're going to take the arms up towards the sky. Drop the shoulders down and then lower the arms. Good. So we're going to come off this little folded up mat. We're going to unroll it. Take your blanket out from underneath you if you have a blanket. And you're going to lean back into your hands. Keep the knees bent, the feet planted out in front of you. And you're going to take your left ankle and bring it above your right knee. Good. And then just rock side to side. I'm going to move my blocks a little bit out of the way here. Just a little rocking. So I put my left ankle above my right knee. So if you wanted to do the same, that would be good. Okay. No, now I'm not remembering if I said the wrong thing or not. But those of you watching, I'm sure you can figure it out. Good. So we're trying to open up the muscles that are connected to the hamstrings as well. So we're going to hold it still and then slide this right foot in closer. Good.
Okay.
Good. And then walk your hands closer towards your body. So we're going to try and get as compact as we can. You can relax your left foot. You know, a lot of yoga teachers will say to flex that foot. Guess what? You can relax it. So maybe the right foot can come back a little bit. Maybe that's your limit. That's okay. Stay where your limit is.
I see my limit.
Okay. And then we're going to spread the fingers wide and press the ground away. And press your chest towards your legs. Lift your body up through the top of your head and breathe. Where do you feel it?
Hamstring, on my left hamstring.
Good.
Yeah, it's definitely doing something.
Good. That makes me very happy. Are you sure it's your hamstring, David?
Is that it? Yep, hamstring it is.
Good. That's awesome. That's so wonderful. So deep breath in. Good. If those of you at home want to go a little bit deeper into this, sit your hips closer to the heel, walk your hands in a little bit closer, get smaller. You can even bring your hands around this left lower leg and interlace the fingers there and use that to pull your body forward.
Nope.
So one hand goes through the legs, the middle from the front. Yeah, and then you interlace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Am I okay if my leg's really bent?
We want it to be really bent,
Oh, okay.
the right leg.
But it's not bent like yours is.
What do you mean?
But yours is. Yeah, somewhere.
Up here somewhere? That's okay, babes. You're doing okay. You're not going to fail.
Fall over.
Good. Let's step that right foot forward, release, bring the hands behind you, rock a little bit here side to side again. So when we do yoga, we're having a conversation with the body. I like to tell people sometimes it's like going on a date with yourself. So you're kind of like asking the body, how are you feeling? Don't worry, it's going to be okay. Let's uncross the ankle. David likes that analogy. You could tell by his face. He's like, very interesting. Cross your right ankle above your left knee and then rock side to side. Are you going to need like an ice bath after this session?
Maybe. Probably.
I don't think so. He'll be fine. He'll probably go out and run 50 miles. What's the most you run?
Only, no.
49.
No, just like 12 and a half.
Oh, just 12 and a half?
Not very often.
Hold it still. Not very often. Did you just say that? You just said often.
I was hoping you'd let that
Walk
go.
your left foot in.
Should. I have met you before.
Not very often.
Very often. Yeah.
And then walk your hands in towards your body. So can you get smaller? Keep your hips down if you can. For me, this side is tighter. Does it feel tighter on your side, on your right side?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. Do you feel it in the same area as the other leg?
Too.
Okay.
And the front bit.
You need one of those head pointers.
That bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was using my head pointer.
No, but like an exact pointer, it could pinpoint the exact location. Because you're like that bit, and I don't know if it's like that whole bit or if it's that little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That bit.
All right, so take a deep breath in. And if you want to get a little bit smaller, you can. It's interesting. Oh, no, that was too much. David went too much. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, he went too much. And you can work on maybe your hands going around this left shin bone, interlacing the fingers there and pressing your heart forward. Drop the shoulders down, soften your jaw. Lots of deep breathing here. It's amazing how it's all connected, isn't it? When you start stretching your muscles. The breathing. No, I was talking about something completely different. When you start stretching your muscles and you feel everything's like that's connected.
Yes, no, that's true.
Okay, so step that left foot forward and let's uncross your right ankle. And now extend your legs forward again. Lift the body tall. Walk your hands alongside your body, blocks or no blocks. And you're going to do another tilt forward, drop the shoulders down, and another rock side to side. Make sure your toes are flat, your feet are flexed, and your toes are pointing up. Keep rocking, buddy. You got it, you got it. Hold it still. Pull back, press hard forward, drop shoulders down, soften your jaw. When you go to the dentist, do you open your mouth really big like that?
You're going to stick your tongue out like that.
That's a yoga thing. You got to open your mouth big and stick your tongue out.
It's not a dentist.
Can you do that?
bet your dentist didn't like you doing it.
It's called the lion. Well, not now with COVID. Good. Lift the body tall. Take a deep breath. Bend your knees. Crisscross your ankles. Move the blocks to the sides. Walk your hands forward. Opening up your hips is going to help your hamstrings. And pull your heart forward. You're going to drop your head down as far as you can to the ground. You're good.
I am doing it as far as I can.
And then lift your head, walk your hands in. We're going to switch ankles. Whee! That's what your ankles are saying. Whee! And then walk the hands forward and stretch your hips. Rest your head. Do you feel a tighter hip?
No, it feels looser.
Hmm.
Oh, maybe it does feel tight.
He has no idea what's going on. Lift your head, walk your hands in, and sit your body tall. Good. Hands into prayer. Hope you all had a good practice with us. We apologize for being silly. Not really, because it was fun. Hope you have a good day. Send us your questions, your comments, your whatever you want to send us. Send it, send it, send it. And be truly you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, Kara.
Thank you, David.